All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm from Manila, MJ Marfori from TV5 News. First and foremost, congratulations on this project. It took me to my wildest dreams, literally. But of course, I'll throw in the first question for Jason. Jason, we're used to seeing you, and of course, uh, okay, my child is here. Okay, we're used to seeing you with your badass characters, and now, of course, you're still a badass here. But well, you're very much something that children would also adore. How was it taking on this role?
It was a blast because I've never done anything like this before, and it's fun being in a comedy for the first time. So, but it's at the same time it's very scary, and because it's a new territory and new something new. So I'm just excited that people like it and that it's gonna do. I mean, I had the time of my life, but it was something that I would love to do again, and it's a I feel like I won the lottery when I got this role.
What did your children say about? Because you said in an interview that you guys saw it together. What did they say initially when they saw your character with the whole fangs and horn?
I think they're very proud. They love it. I know Lola was really my daughter. Really, it's close to her. Um, yeah, I think the kids are very happy with it.
For both of you, Marlo, you go first. What did this film teach you about grief and hanging on?
Well, I relate to Nemo because she's very close with her father. So if I ever lost my dad, I can only imagine the pain that I would go through. And so I think, especially playing her, seeing her go through all these stages of grief, and then just accepting it at the end, I think is really inspirational. And so I think that it was very emotional to play her because she's going through all of these things, and I had to pretend. So I had to put myself in this place like I had lost someone that I loved, and it was so difficult. So I can only imagine the pain that people who have actually lost a loved one have gone through.
Mhm. How about you, Jason?
I haven't went through um, grief that big in my life yet, and nor do I would want to. I'm sure some doozies are coming up, but um, I think it's a beautiful film. Just watching and how we go into our dreamlike state or other things to cope with the pains that we're going through. I love just kind of watching this movie and her. I mean, I love most of all. I love Chris O'Dowd's character too, where you just get to see what happened to him from a young age, and that he lost connection with himself. So seeing that too, that even that kind of grief I can relate to more than to Nemo's, and I feel like losing a part of yourself or like hiding that away, and it's never highlighted that little part of your soul. So I think there's a little bit of something for everyone in this film that you can identify with.
Yes, very much so. And not everybody, that you were saying, a lot of people would relate to it because at some point in their life they've been trying to run away from it, and it's so hard to confront it. And Marlo, of course, you had to go through all those nuances throughout the film. How did you come into sense with this in the end of the film?
Well, I think since we film everything, out of order, it's kind of difficult because I have to jump emotions around, whether I'm
That's
sad,
hard.
yeah, sad with Kyle, or I'm mad when I'm acting with Chris, or I'm having a fun time with Jason. And so I think at the end, when I watched it fully, then I everything kind of clicked, and I was like, oh, I understand her story now, and everything made a lot more sense. And so I feel like just going through all those different stages at such different times was very deep to me, and it was very emotional. So those emotions in the movie, a lot of them were real because I felt so connected to the character.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
thank you very
much.
much.